Everyone, it's Amber here. This video is going to be a bit different from my typical videos. As you all know, I usually do, hair tutorials, all that kind of thing. But aside from this YouTube and Instagram that I have for hair loss and thin hair, things like that, the majority of the time, I am just a mom. I don't really like that phrase, just a mom, but that's what I am. I am a mom of 4 awesome kids, and I have one on the way, so we'll have 5 children in the family, and that is pretty much like 95% of my life. And in honor of Mother's Day, I was asked to do a YouTube video about my thoughts about motherhood and my experience as a mother, and I thought, well, what am I supposed to say? I don't know, So here I am just winging it real quick, and there's different opinions and thoughts when it comes to motherhood and family, and there's no wrong or right way to think or to do things, as long as you're taking care of your kids. But there's so many different ways of doing things and different dynamics, and it's totally okay. You guys can probably hear my kids fighting. I told them all to be quiet. I'm rarely without children, so it's uncommon for me not to have a kid with me at all times. Most of the time when you see a video on YouTube, I either found a split second of time while they were busy doing something, or half of them were at school, something like that. But there's always a little kid hanging on my side. But I've been a mom for 11 years. I got married a year out of high school, so really young. And then I thought that I wanted, a good couple years before I started having kids. But then it was right around the half-year mark, and my husband and I just kind of felt ready. So on my first year anniversary, I found out I was pregnant with my first little guy. And he is 11, and then I have 3 girls down from there. So a couple years later, I had another little girl, and then 2 to 3 years later, I had another little girl, and then 2 to 3 years later, I had another little girl, and now this one is going to be our last. And my kids are fighting. Anyway, this one that I'm currently brewing is going to be our last, and he's a boy.
Let me sit by Lila.
Okay, get out. I'm doing a video, dudes. Really? Yes. Go.
He's a kid bugging Lila, and Lila hates it.
Okay, just eat your food. We'll be back. And as most of you moms know, that's just motherhood, right? Like, you cannot get a minute to yourself. Half the time I can't shower by myself. I can't go to the bathroom by myself. My oldest son is home today. I had him babysit, or just stay home and for a minute while I ran to the store. And of course they all fight because they want to come with me to the store. I'm thinking, can I please go to the store by myself? Like, I can't do anything alone. And granted, like, I wouldn't change anything for the world, but that's just the way it goes, with small kids. So yeah, it's been about 11 years of birthing babies and nursing and you name it, but it's been amazing. It's been hard. I wouldn't say motherhood is a walk in the park. It is challenging. It's stressful. You constantly question your abilities and if you're cut out for this job. I've worked here and there, but my husband, he just works his tail off and has me stay home because putting all my dang hoodlums in daycare would be like a small fortune. So I stay home with them, and I think that just the day in, day out, Groundhog Day, like just the mundane life of being a stay-at-home mom, you can just really start feeling like identity crisis. Who am I? What am I doing? And you know that what you're doing is it's an important job, raising these children, bringing these children up and being there for them. And if I was to pay somebody to do it, like, it would cost a ton of money. And I know people do pay people to do it, which is fantastic. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's hard to feel that rewarding feeling. You often feel, as a mother, you feel neglected, you've rejected, unappreciated. There's been times where I have felt inferior because right now at this moment in my life, I'm not a career woman. I'm not out there making money and getting a paycheck and getting that pat on my back that, you know, hey, you're doing a great job. You're a great asset to this company. And so the one thing that keeps me grounded, and they're fighting again, guys. Like, they're fighting again. This is my life. Anyway, yeah, I think just all the hard times you're able to get through those times because the good times are so good, and you're so proud of your kids, and you love seeing their growth and their advancement, and seeing these little tiny human beings form into these bigger kids and then bigger kids. And I haven't even experienced all the different phases of motherhood because my children are not older than, 11, and the teen years kind of freak me out. But so far, it has been such a rewarding, humbling experience, and I get like really emotional about it because I have friends that, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm like getting all teary-eyed. But I have friends and people that I know that have dealt with infertility and, all sorts of challenges when it comes to motherhood. And I feel like I've been really, really blessed when it comes to being able to have babies. And like when I was a teenager, that was my bucket list. Like if I ever made a list of what I wanted to do in my adult life, it was to get married and have kids. And I've accomplished that. I feel like I'm kind of at a standstill with other things in my life, other progression, but I'll get there. I can say that this YouTube and reaching out and starting that Instagram page, Fabricating Fringe, a year ago, has really been helpful for me, not only to accept the challenge of hair loss, but to help me grow and to put my efforts and talents and a little bit of me into something other than motherhood for 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time is being a mom. But being a mom is probably my biggest thing that I wanted to do with my life, is have kids, raise them to be good adults, and see them grow and learn. And I can't believe how emotional I am. And I have like hormones raging, guys. Like, whoa, I can just, one minute I'm irritated and yelling and going off the deep end, and then the next minute I'm la la la, kumbaya, and the next minute I'm bawling. So, whoa. Anyway, but I don't even know what else to say other than I feel very blessed and grateful that I have the 5 children that I have, and it's hard. It's hard some days, but the blessing and the rewards and the benefits that I've received from being a mom outweighs any of the sacrifice. It's so worth it. And every Mother's Day I just reflect on my life and where I am, and I want to grow more. I want to do more. To be honest with you, I haven't experienced a lot. I haven't been a lot of places. I haven't traveled. Those are things I'd love to do. I'm really spontaneous, and I have the desire to travel and to experience more. And sometimes it can get to me that I'm not there yet, but I also know that this short little span while my children are young, it's the days can be long, but the years are short, and it will be gone before I know it. And so when I'm having a hard day, I just remember that they're only little for a short time, and to enjoy it and to embrace it and know that there's not a hound book, and there's not, you know, there's not anybody that can tell you this is how you do it. No, this is how you do it. Like, you just roll with it and you will know, as long as you have the children's best interest in mind. Like, you got it down. Not that I'm some, like, you know, mother of the year or super mom. I have daily challenges, but I do know that we're all out there just trying to do our best as mothers, and I wanted to wish all of you moms, fur moms, grandmas, and caretakers, whoever is caring for those kids you love out there, happy Mother's Day. I think that, I mean, moms are what make the world go round, you know, like, we wouldn't be here without a mom, or with whoever gave birth to us, or whoever raised us. We wouldn't be here, and they're important, and I have to remember that about myself as well. I have to give myself some credit that I am doing something worthwhile, and so are you. And I'm grateful for my mom, and I'm grateful for my mother-in-law and my grandparents and all the moms that I've been associated with in my life. Now that I've rambled on for a really, really long time, and I didn't have any specific thing to pinpoint about motherhood, I just want to wish you guys again the happiest of Mother's Days, Mother Day, a very happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for your guys' support. And look, I have fake eyelashes on and I'm crying and they're starting to fall off. So I'm going to have to go get ready, actually do my hair, and figure something out with those eyelashes. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot, the friendships and the connections I've made through my Instagram and through even YouTube. It's been a blessing. It's been such a growing experience for me, and I really appreciate it. All right, okay, see ya. Bye, until next time.